Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you really like it, hit that subscribe. I appreciate that. Just wanted to give you my foolish thoughts after Michigan's 84-79 victory at Iowa tonight. And this game was interesting in so many different ways. It's a really good offensive game. And it was nice to see Michigan able to score consistently. I mean, no one's going to say that Iowa's a juggernaut defensively. If anything, Fran McCaffrey's teams are known for being a team that plays like no defense. So maybe I shouldn't be surprised. But even though Michigan shot 4 out of 20 on three-pointers, they still put up 84 points. And a vast majority of those happened in the lane. No doubt the big star of the night is Moussa Diabate with 28 points, a career high. I think his previous career high was 15. So he beat that by a good 13 points. And he was just basically unstoppable. Good old Iowa was trying to play him one-on-one, and he was just backing him down, shooting little baby hooks. And he was like unstoppable. And he shot that 28 points, I think, on 12 of 15 shooting. He shot relatively well from the free throw line till the late in the second half when he missed like a 1-and-1, and he missed a couple and-ones, but 12 of 15, 28 points, you're not going to complain about that at all. Hunter Dickinson was more of a facilitator, 14 points, 5 assists. He was not the main focal point, and I guess kind of a reason to really go back to the first half. It was frustrating because although Michigan was dominating in the paint, and again, for the second straight game, really, they were not getting any benefit of the calls. Michigan was being out-fouled, and called for fouls 10-5 in the first half. And Coach Howard got sick of it and got teed up. You know, he said the calls was a bunch of BS. He said it a couple times, got attacked. I don't know if that helps. It's hard to tell because we always know the refs call way more fouls in the second half than they did in the first half. And that trend continued again. Both teams end up in the bonus way early in the second half. Anyways, the first half, Michigan, despite this, I think it was 39-37 at half. Despite that, Michigan shot 1 of 12 on three-pointers, and most of those three-pointers were wide open, good looks, and just could not hit them. And this is the second game in a row where Michigan just is open and can't hit the shots. And honestly, I know they're good shots, but you're getting basically whatever you want with Hunter Dickinson in down low, especially Diabate is getting whatever he wants in the lane. And then it's like you're just taking these threes and you're bricking these threes or sometimes airballing these threes. And it's like, why are we not just going into the lane and getting like the little baby hooks that Diabate was just on fire with? So that was frustrating. I mean, it's one thing to hit your wide open threes, but you were missing. Stop shooting them. They're letting you shoot the threes for a reason. Overall, though, a big key in the first half was Kobe Buffkin. He got 8 points off the bench in the first half. I mean, just excellent. He came in, and that was really good off the bench. I gotta say, too, in the second half, you didn't see Brandon Johns Jr. at all. You know who came in? Jace Howard. Jace Howard came in instead of Johns, and he came in over Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams did not play at all in the game. So perhaps this is a move by Howard saying, you know what, you guys aren't being productive. I'm not going to play you. Definitely Terrence Williams. He's trying to be that energizer guy like Chauncey Brown Jr. was, but he can't hit a shot. Chauncey Brown could come in and hit some shots off the bench. Terrence Williams can't consistently do that. So, yeah, play Buffkin, who got you 10 points tonight. Jace Howard went and drove and got, a layup in there. So at least he was aggressive. You know, he plays hard. I can handle a player not being so great if they're at least playing hard. Second half, Michigan started to build on the lead, get like a 6-point lead, then a little spurt, get up to 8, 10 points. They extended the lead to 12 points, helped big time. Murray for Iowa, the older brother, I think it is, I might be wrong there, but their best Murray brother started having leg cramps, and he had to go out a couple times in the game. And so Michigan really took advantage of that and built the lead up to 12 points with about under 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes to go in the game. And all of a sudden, Michigan forgot what to do. All of a sudden, you see Michigan's offense go into, let's run 25 seconds off the clock and then have Diabate Jones drive to the lane and hope something happens. You have Michigan miss a shot and then get an offensive rebound, and instead of just pitching it back out to run 15 more seconds off the clock, they miss the bunny. I mean, it would be great if Hunter would have hit the bunny or Diabate would have hit their bunny, but they didn't. And so it's like, oh, missed time. And then they have Houston missed another three. Their defense doesn't get back at all, gives up a layup. All of a sudden, a 9-0 Iowa run, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point game. Just like that, boom, 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 9 points. Crazy fast how quickly that went. In fact, Iowa had a chance to tie the game, but Murray's three-pointer came up just short, and Diabate Jones got the rebound and was able to hit 1 out of 2 free throws there and then salt the game away at the end with 0.3 of a second left. Ugh. One thing that I really find annoying about college basketball is how the refs can look at a play with under a minute or whatever, right? They review the play. They want to see who it was. Diabate Jones drove to the hoop and got hacked. Just hacked across the arms, across the head. But they didn't call foul. They just called it Michigan ball. Well, on replay, you cannot replay if it's a foul or not, but you can only review who it goes off of. And yeah, I guess it went off Diabate Jones, but it still took the refs about 3 minutes to figure that out. I still think there has to be two things here. One, get rid of that replay review anyways. I think it's just dumb. And two, if you can't tell after that much time, the call just has to stand. I think they need to do that in basketball. They need to do that in football. But anyways, Diabate Jones gets hacked, but it went off him, so it's Iowa ball. It's like, how many times in college basketball where the player gets fouled, but they don't call it, and they just give you the ball instead? That's what that call was. But now, since it's reviewed, oh, well, we can't call that blatant foul anymore. Now it's got to be, Iowa ball. Michigan salts it away. It was sketchy, man. All of a sudden, Michigan, Diabate Jones is going 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and then Bohannon tried to draw the foul at half court to get the tie. But the refs luckily didn't call that one for what a bailout that would have been. But Michigan gets an all-important 84-79 victory on the road, a quad 1 victory, desperately needed by the Michigan Wolverines. I found this interesting stat that TV mentioned, that Iowa was 14-0 when they had out-rebounded their opponent. Tonight, Michigan won the rebounding margin 40-37. And I think that's even more impressive when you consider that Diabate and Hunter had 3 fouls relatively pretty quick in the second half. And so they had to play less aggressively, right? They weren't doing big box out. They weren't like going big defensively. And so even that Michigan was able to hold on to the rebounding advantage, and that was pretty impressive, honestly. Give Iowa credit. They fought back and made it a tight game when Michigan kind of just let their foot off the gas, and you can't do that, man. It almost cost Michigan a huge victory, but Michigan pulled it out. They hit some free throws. Houston hit a couple free throws. Ugh, man. He's got to get his shot going. He just needs confidence. You got to see the ball go through the hoop. He shot 2 of 9 tonight. 6 points. Diabate, 28 points, star of the game. Hunter, 14 points. Diabate Jones with the free throws got 11 points. Eli Brooks, 3 of 6 on three-pointers. And he got, I think, 13 points. You got to give Murray for Iowa credit. 23 points on 9 of 23 shooting. He fought through the cramps and such. But, man, Iowa can only look at themselves for a couple things. Murray went, I think, 4 of 9 on free throws. And I think, without missing it, they missed, unless I missed one in there, they missed 3 dunks. They were going up for dunks and missed them. 3 dunks. 6 points right there. I'm not saying Michigan got the ball every time. But that 6 points they left on the because of missed dunks. That stings when you lose by 5 points. So, Michigan gets a huge win. If you guys have comments, let me know in the section below. I'll try to respond as I'm able to. And my reader, Steve, was saying Michigan would come out and have a good game after their rest. He thought Michigan's loss to Ohio State was mainly a tired leg factor. Well, their three-point shooting didn't improve at all with their fresh legs, but they get the win, and the win is all that matters. So you were right, Steve. Hey, guys, thanks for watching, and until I see you guys next time, as always, go blue.